best teams in the NFC playing. Rams and Seahawks and the Eagles and Lions. Those are the big dogs right now. Credit to Detroit for playing a great game on defense. They get a couple more of those fourth downs. It's different. But for the Eagles to win this game against the Lions and now be the top of the NFC, awesome, awesome team win. Got to clean this stuff up on offense, but overall, really happy.
There you go, baby. Like you said, defense came up huge, 0-5 on fourth downs, but also held the Lions to 3-13 on third downs, which is just fucking huge because the Lions are so good in those critical situations. And there's so many weapons on that fucking side of the ball, man. Fast running backs.
Did you see Jahmyr Gibbs in person? Or like even on TV? That's how you know you're fast. If you look fast on TV, you're fast. It's because every once in a while you'll be on the field and somebody will run by and you're like, that guy's moving pretty good. But then you see it on TV and it's like, oh, he's running about the same speed as everybody else. When you look like you're in a different gear than everybody else on the television.
Yeah.
As what does Gruden say? Blur the screen. He blurs the screen.
He does, man. And you guys held him, man. You guys shut down Glasses Dan Campbell. So shut down my stamp of the week last week, man.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe a little rematch coming in the playoffs, baby.
I mean, I would not be surprised at it at all. I would love, as a fan of the game of football, to see it. Because both of these teams, don't get me wrong, I love watching the tricky stuff that Detroit does. I love watching the unique coverages and fronts and everything that Vic does. But there's just something about both of these teams that they get also at the core of football, which is like, we're going to line up and we're going to beat the shit out of you today. And I just love watching teams that play that way. I do. I just love it every.
It's football at its core, man.
That's right.
It's Army versus Navy, dude. Yeah, as an Eagles fan, what's your biggest concern right now with the Eagles?
Well, I mean, Lane Johnson injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out. That's something that has like decimated this offense in years past. Whenever Lane's been out, it's been very detrimental. Positively, Fred Johnson has played well in his snaps. He's had to go in for Lane, but make no mistakes, they're going to miss Lane.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to get this offense going. I really thought they're playing man coverage. We execute so well when we play teams that try to run man coverage against us. We just saw it, and it did not work. We have to do things to figure this out. We have to get the ground game going. Everybody wants to talk about this year's offense versus last year's offense and previous offenses with Jalen Hurts. The number one difference is that we can't run the football. We're not running it at a consistent, successful rate. We had some big hits. We had a nice flip play to Saquon. We had some counter plays that hit. We have to be way better. We have to be demoralizing in the ground game, and they can be. They should be, and they're just not. And it's frustrating to watch. And like, if you look back at Nick Sirianni's entire existence in Philadelphia, the Eagles have been a top 5 to top 7 rushing team every year in the NFL. We are not there right now. And that's the biggest thing that makes throwing the ball so much freaking hard. You want to talk about Pat Mahomes. Brother, Pat had 45 pass attempts last week, or something like that.
Yeah.
What you got? You guys had like what? Kareem had 14 runs?
I don't even know if he had that many.
It is extremely hard in this league to be efficient on offense if you don't threaten the line of scrimmage. All the best offenses in the league do that well. Birds got the Cowboys this week in Dallas, where we've struggled at times. Dallas is, even when they weren't a very good football team, they found out a way to get our number in Dallas multiple times in my career. And they are a good football team right now. Make no mistake about it. Dude, their offense is loaded for bear. They're playing better and better every week. They are fucking motivated as hell because they've lost a member of their team in a very tragic way. And you could tell, man, these guys were fucking ready to go.
Schottenheimer, man.
And then defensively, Quinnen Williams, a big weakness of what Dallas has had really over the past 5 years has been the interior of that defense, the heart of the defense. They have not had great players across the board, right? Their linebackers have been dwindled from their times of having outstanding linebackers with Sean Lee, Van Der Esch before he started getting hurt.
Now they
Smith.
got 2.
Huh? Now they got a couple.
They got 2.
Now they got 2. But more importantly, their D tackles, which have not been, they've been guys, but they have lacked the Chris Joneses, the Fletcher Cox, the Jalen Carters, the Aaron Donalds, the Vita Veas. They haven't had that presence in there. They got it now with Quinnen Williams. Make no mistake about it. He is the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
So This is a big matchup for the Eagles in division. The Cowboys are going to be fired up for sure. Can't wait to watch this one this week.
Did you hit the tables?
Of course.
Of course he hit the tables.
But this is what I do. I always make the mistake of not talking to a host and making sure I got enough funds. I hit the table, the craps tables, and I was out of quick, and then I'm out of what I can burn at the ATM. It's really not a mistake. It's a good safeguard.
No. That's the way to do it.
It's a good safeguard from doing something really stupid.
Either you go through the roof and win like 30 times more than what your ATM limit will allow you to take out, or you just walk away with your ATM limit. You know what I mean? That's it. I
think that's the way I got to do it.
Dude, don't ever change that. Don't ever go.
I can't go telling my bank ahead of time and having a line of credit. I got to stay away from it. I got to stay.
When you know.
I kind of wanted to, though.
The hosts in Las Vegas.
I purposely don't have any host number in my phone because I don't want to be able to contact them.
Don't look them in the eyes. Leave their card on the table. Don't act like you accidentally left it there.
I've used one a couple times before, but I'm very happy I was not ahead of schedule on this.
Yeah, do not. Nice. That had to be fun. Where'd you stay?
So we were at Resorts World.
Ooh.
That was my first time there. It was nice.
The high limits is nice.
Dude, they did a good job with that one. I've been to Vegas a bunch.
It's the biggest of the fucking bunch, and it's just like it feels empty as hell at times. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, what is it over there? The
Concords?
Concords.
Dude.
Concords is a good one.
That was where I was like, oh shit, okay.
This place is legit. Hilton's doing it right.
I've only ever stayed at the Cosmopolitan and the Wynn. I've been to Vegas a bunch, but I've only ever stayed at those two places.
Two great, solid.
They're fantastic. Resorts World was great. The service was fantastic, and it was. You could tell it was newer. I don't know when it was built, but the Concords was real nice.
Yeah, it's real nice. It's got to be 10 years now, but when I went, it was within like 5 years.
Yeah,
of it being.
Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce sat down, grinning about the latest buzz surrounding their podcast, New Heights, still amazed by the wild ride Taylor Swift brought to their show. The August episode that featured Taylor wasn't just another chat. It catapulted New Heights into Apple Podcast top picks for 2025, all thanks to her magic touch. Jason mentioned on air, the pride clear in his voice, while Travis couldn't help but call Taylor so magical, his excitement tangible. Jason, always quick with quip, questioned what could possibly top the Taylor episode, doubting anything else could even compare. Flowers were in order. A small thank you to Taylor for putting their show on the map in such a massive way. But Taylor herself had a story to share about how the podcast changed her own world. On her August 13th appearance, she joked about owing plenty to New Heights, calling it the unlikely matchmaker that had landed her a boyfriend after Travis cleverly used the show as his personal dating platform 2 years back. Rewind to July 2023. Travis had taken to the podcast to voice his disappointment over not meeting Taylor when she performed in Kansas City during her Eras tour. He admitted feeling a little bummed, but hurt, as he put it, that he missed his shot to meet her, and maybe hand off a friendship bracelet with his number. Taylor later laughed about the whole ordeal, describing Travis's bold move as both wild and romantic. A guy making everyone aware of his mission just because he couldn't get a meet and greet. She poked fun at how he made a collective problem, but also appreciated the gesture. She pointed out how Travis never even went through official channels, skipping the usual management route, simply trusting he could make something happen. He was really like, I know a guy, I can figure out, she said, amused. Turns out, he was right, and the whole thing set the stage for what would come next. Their story, simple yet surprising, really started at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where Travis, a huge Taylor fan, attended her concert with a plan to hand her a bracelet. He didn't get the chance, though, because Taylor saves her voice for her marathon shows and doesn't meet people before or after. On a July 26 podcast episode, Travis admitted he was let down he couldn't give her the bracelet, a moment that stuck with him. Taylor, reflecting on that, teased him about how he tried to bypass all the backstage red tape, and they both laughed at how it all played out. The podcast episode that followed turned into a viral sensation, with listeners drawn to the genuine chemistry and fun banter between Travis and Taylor. The surge in popularity landed new heights on Apple's prestigious list, a feat neither brother took for granted. Subscribe if you haven't already. You won't want to miss what happens next. Their relationship continued to capture attention, each new story or appearance adding fuel to the fire. Fans dissected every detail, from the way Travis talked about Taylor to the little inside jokes they shared. Taylor herself credited New Heights with reshaping her relationship status, playfully saying the podcast had done more for her than she ever imagined. As the romance unfolded, their authenticity made it impossible not to root for them. Travis's original attempt, just a guy hoping to meet his idol, resonated with so many people, turning an awkward moment into the beginning of something special. Taylor's willingness to poke fun at herself and the situation showed just how comfortable she felt with Travis and the Kelce family.